Oh, one last thing. Actually, first thing, I'm going to put this right at the beginning. This is going to be a ramble, and I'm not going to edit it. I'm literally, this is the only edit. This part here edited into the front so that you know that you're just going to listen to me ramble this week. Hi there, I'm Raj Delos, and this is my weekly update, except I'm a little bit late this week with it. How does that happen? I fully intended to do at least one video per week, and it turns out I'm not as good at video production as I am at developing games. I also don't have a lot to show you because what I've been working on this week has been, mostly the sort of ethereal type parts of the game. Research, bit of code here and there, a lot of decision making. On that note, I would like to say that I am now working on Obscuron full time. So this is my job from now on, and well, obviously it doesn't pay yet, but we'll get there, I hope. And yeah, it's a little bit scary, but I've kind of softly been, full-time-ish on this already. So this is just me embracing that officially, right? That this is what I do from now on, because this is my passion project. This is my dream game, right, that I'm working on. And I have lots to tell you about it, but that brings up another subject. Game developers are often criticized for making promises and not keeping them, and that's because we are a passionate bunch. I'm particularly a very big fan of Peter Molyneux. I've met him several times back when I had a previous career way back in the 90s as a game journalist. And, well, he always talked very passionately about his projects, and then people would expect whatever he said to be within them. And that's not an unreasonable expectation. Usually people say a thing and you expect the thing to get done, right? Except that's not how game development works at all. Not my experience. Even the studios that are very, very careful about the promises, again, I'll put quotes around that, that they make, it's because they basically keep a very, tight-lipped ship, right? Because they know that's how people are going to react. But that's not how it's going to be for me. I'm not going to be all that tight-lipped. The whole point is for me to make videos like this to talk to you about my game. So how does it work that way that you make promises and then they don't get done? Again, I'm saying the word promises. What you really have is intent. You have an idea and you have it in your head and maybe on paper as to how that gets done. But games are an iterative process. No matter how much people try to adhere to a design document, it usually doesn't go that way. I've seen many, many studios inside and out, and it just doesn't go that way. Software development itself is already that kind of process, but games are kind of on a specific edge. Anyways, I've rambled on enough about this. I need to make this a proper essay. So I'm going to be a bit of a jerk here and cut off the thought before I go further on this. And I just wanted to have a video this week of me just literally rambling to you so you can see my thought process. And see, I'm getting sneaky here, or at least I'm trying to be sneaky. That's how it happens. We ramble, we think out loud, and then we fully intend to do it and work on it. But what happens is sometimes while you're in the process, it just doesn't work that way. Maybe you found a better solution. Maybe you've even found something just wasn't fun, right? Or it just, the hardware just doesn't keep up with it for performance reasons. All sorts of reasons why something might change. And in most cases, I think you get the best available product for the time and the budget and the people working on it. And some of the things that people get upset at over the so-called, promises are a little bizarre. Sometimes they expect things to happen in worked in one game to work in another. And again, it just doesn't work like that. That's not how game development goes. Yeah, I definitely need to formulate this one into a proper essay. But I'm just saying. I'm saying that it didn't go that way this week for me. I intended to do video production and make a coherent video that wasn't just me rambling for a couple of minutes. This is almost, what I should put into something like a live stream, except I'm not really a streamer yet. Not yet, at least. Wow. Let that slip. Now people are going to expect me to stream. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I will. Again, video production is not what I'm good at, but I do want to keep things open and communicate with you or anyone else that is interested in my game and its development. And at this point, I think I'm going to stop rambling, and maybe I'll see you next week. I'm not promising, but probably. So kind of try to expect it, but no, don't expect it. Expectations are hard. Meeting expectations is pretty hard too. Working on it.